fall for submission or 1 KO to decide the winner. Introducing, once again, from France on my left, Jackie Ricard. And from Wigan, John Naylor.
Well, good afternoon, grappling fans, and welcome to the Civic Hall here in Solihull for another freestyle wrestling session. We've had a tremendous start to this special fanfare for Europe set of 3 bouts here this afternoon. Let's hope they're all as good as the beginning was. Heavy middleweight contest starts. John Naylor of Wigan, there he is, the blonde-haired Naylor at 12 stone in the black tights, or the dark red tights he's wearing this afternoon for the first time. Jackie Ricard from Paris in the trunks at 12 stone 7, the first time we've seen him in this country.
Seconds away, round 1.
6 5-minute rounds, 1 fall to decide this heavy middleweight contest. The first fall decides, and easily identifiable Naylor from Wigan for Great Britain in the tights. And Ricard, obviously a little bit doubtful about freestyle wrestling right from the start. The French style, of course, is quite a bit different, the catch wrestling in France. Stan Rylance, the referee. Reverse double leg Nelson attempt Naylor right at the beginning, but the Frenchman's feet on the middle rope caused the break. Drop kick, high chest. Single in a lock. Pretty packed crowd here at the Civic Hall this afternoon to witness the 3 bouts. This one versus France, Britain versus France. The Paul Mitchell, therefore, from Britain following this one versus Belgium, and the third one will be Salvadori from Italy. Cross buttock, Naylor's operating well. Both agreeing to the single or the double finger interlock on 2 or 3 occasions right in this first round. Full Japanese stranglehold, Naylor. Position reversed. Couple of minutes left in this first round of 6. And remember, just 1 fall decides this bout. 1 fall, 1 submission, or of course a knockout or disqualification. Naylor trying to undress the full Japanese stranglehold, just about makes it and finishes with a ground drop kick. Naylor hoping for the Frenchman to come back. He did come back, and the Boston is on if he wants it. Couldn't get it. Double leg Nelson on to Naylor, but ropes again. The Frenchman inclined to do this. Every time he gets near the rope, he puts the feet over the middle rope to get the break. Stranglehold to Naylor with a minute left. Frenchman really laying on that wrist lever. Half a minute left. Still Naylor, he's got to go that way, but finally whips him. Just 5 seconds to go. Jackie Ricard from Paris. Ricard, 12 stone 7. His first time ever in this country, either wrestling or otherwise. He actually arrived only this morning. He stays 2 or 3 weeks over here. He's been a full-time pro since 1964. Had no amateur experience in the full amateur sense of the word, but has been interested in catch since he was 16.
Seconds away, round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go. And of course no score, because this is a one-fall bout at heavy middleweight here at the Civic Hall, Solihull, between John Naylor of Wigan in the tights and Frenchman Jackie Ricard. Double arm suplex by Naylor. And the headbutt on the return from the ropes. Crutch hold and slam. The follow down a little late and a little loose. And the attack too early. Frenchman Ricard, who doesn't speak a word of English, certainly understood what referee Stan Riley's meant then. It's an unusual style of stranglehold. It didn't do him much good for very long, but he's caught in a backhammer now, but I don't think I've ever seen one put on quite like that. Cross press to Naylor, gets a 2. And the follow up to the stranglehold, he missed it again and got caught in a backhammer. Naylor's feet right underneath the bottom rope. Frenchman started not so well in the first round, but he's getting the idea now of this freestyle wrestling. Low butt Naylor comes in with on the approach. Standing in a good stead, reverse double knee hold. One fall decides it. A wee bit of temper coming in here. With a leg chop, maybe the Frenchman is not too used to that in France. But of course, it's a great get out for a double leg Nelson possibility over here. Frenchman again attacking with his opponent slightly, still slightly on one knee, although not full weight on it. Again, he puts on that stranglehold, the same style. The wrist against the windpipe, very near it. Naylor doesn't like it, pointing it out to the ref. A couple of minutes left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, Naylor very quick there with that return drop kick. That's more the speed we used to at Naylor. Again, the butt. And Naylor a wee bit angry from that stranglehold, that style of stranglehold the Frenchman uses. Naylor trying to turn his man for a single leg Boston, but it gets a folded leg with the body. Just 1 minute left, second round. Reaching for the further Nelson, Naylor, ground position. And the backhammer on underneath there, thrown off in time.
4, 5, 6. Naylor.
Again, that stranglehold with the wrist against the windpipe. Half a minute. Naylor keeping his head away until then. Left it a little too near that time. But he still has the backhammer on. 10 seconds to go. John Naylor of Wigan, 12 stone. We first saw him on the small screen around June of last year. He had 10 years amateur experience at the famous Billy Riley's gym in Wigan, and he turned part-time pro only in 1970. Now I think he's full-time. He's given up his other profession. His other sport was rugby league. He was a hooker in rugby league, but he doesn't play too much of that anymore.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 4 rounds to go, and it's John Naylor for Great Britain against Jackie Ricard from France, actually residing in Paris. And it's a 1-fall contest with 4 rounds to go. Naylor on the canvas there in the tights. Push rather than a headbutt. Didn't land with a head then. Again, both men agreeing to the double interlock as they so often have in this bout. And a straight arm lift idea in Naylor's head. Changes his mind. Naylor switching from the backhammer again to the single finger interlock and the straight arm lift position. And there it is. And the Frenchman not at all happy about that one. And he was so worried about his shoulder that he forgot the apron of the ring was getting close. The second helps him back, and just about back in time at 9.5. And Naylor, of course, still going for that left arm submission. And the best thing that could have happened for the Frenchman there, a ropes break. Base of the spine dropped. Nice turn off the cross buttock there by the Frenchman, and Ricard could have had Naylor there in that cross press follow-up. Naylor knew what he was doing, I guess. There's the double wrist lock, back hammer. And an inside leg hang to turn his man over to a head scissors.
Jackson, you got
And the double arm Naylor's got there. He's pretty good at the suplex. He tries a very low suplex, but he still holds the head scissors.
John Ricard. Ricard.
Yeah, it's a word, you understand?
John.
Come on, bounce it.
And a cross press finishes it.
Wait.
Just 1 minute left in the third round. Frenchman keeping his distance. And Naylor saw his chance for the drop kick, but still landed it low. 30 seconds. Ricard with a lever. Double-handed lever. And a monkey climb to Naylor, but he's still got the lever on, this Ricard.
Here, Naylor.
Again, the monkey climb,
Naylor.
but still the Frenchman. With one hand holding Naylor's hand, the other the wrist. He hasn't got time to complete it anyway. Right on the bell now. And Jackie Ricard from Paris, 12 stone 7 of him, left it a little bit long in that last round. He could have made more of that move. He had the double wrist lever on Naylor. In fact, as you saw, right on the bell, Naylor got out of it. 3 rounds to go, and this Frenchman has got to catch up a little bit. It was a points decision, and he'll have to catch up anyway to get anywhere near his speed, I think.
Seconds away, round 4.
Round 4, 3 rounds to go. John Naylor versus Jackie Ricard. And it's Ricard in the black trunks. One fall decides this bout, and that something they're used to in France, but not over here. This time, and he used the hair again with his left hand. Frenchman trying to look calm and cool, but I think he's a little temperamental, this boy. And again, he's got that special stranglehold of his. With the wrist very much too near the windpipe, I would have thought. But the referee is right there, and he hasn't attempted to stop him yet. Oh, Naylor quick on those. He landed perfectly on his feet then. Didn't quite make the counter move in time. Again, that left shoulder getting the treatment. Frenchman a bit slow in taking his opportunities on a couple of occasions. There was one of them. double leg grab, Naylor. It'll be interesting to see whether he tries the full Boston Crab. Is the Frenchman's going to help him do it if he crawls through there? And he has. The Boston is on. But he knew what he was doing. Crawl to the ropes to get a break. He's tempted. Referee says yes to that, as long as he doesn't use the hair. Couple of minutes left in this fourth round, and the Frenchman trying to turn the tables. But he wrote Naylor a letter. Good leg grab, very quick trip by Naylor into a single leg Boston now. There's the full weight on the single leg Boston. Naylor's tried 2 full Boston Crabs to no avail. Let's see what he can do with a single one.
Card.
It's the toe hold now. And the other foot up to make a figure 4. 1 minute left. Naylor was just waiting for the Frenchman to get up. And the side surfboard attempt, but it didn't really work. The backbreaker effort didn't come off. Too near the ropes. Trip, press. Ricard, a little scared there that the referee was counting him out, but actually he was counting him because he was down up to 10, not up to 3. Of course, he doesn't understand a single word of English, so it's a little tricky for him. Just 10 seconds to go. Although Naylor's opponent, here he is, John Naylor, his opponent, of course, the Frenchman, not quite used to freestyle wrestling, and they've got a lot of different rules in catch over in France. He's a little troubled by it himself, the fact that the usual counters don't come from the Frenchman as he expects, and therefore a lot of his moves are mistimed here this afternoon.
Seconds away, round 5.
And 2 rounds to go as we start round 5. This is a 1 full bout. This first contest here at the Civic Hall, Solihull this afternoon, in front of a packed crowd. The Frenchman Jackie Ricard from Paris versus John Naylor of Wigan for Great Britain. And it's Naylor, the blonde-haired wrestler, in the tights, really going in the attack now. Really, for the first time, we've seen much of his speed. Another Boston Crab attempt to Naylor, but... And Naylor on the apron of the ring toward his back there. A little bit in trouble from it. He'll have to hurry. Back 9, and he's not going to make it. No, he's not made it. And Naylor not back in time from that bad landing on the apron of the ring with his back. And it's the Frenchman who will get the decision here in this first of the 3 special bouts here this afternoon to highlight Britain's entry into the common market. Martin Conroy, our MC, to announce that rather unfortunate finish from Naylor's point of view.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 45 seconds of round 5, John Naylor failing to beat the count, the winner, Jackie Ricard. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner, Jackie Ricard. And the loser, John Naylor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a light heavyweight contest over 8 5-minute rounds, the best of 3 fault submissions or 1 KO to decide the winner. Introducing from Belgium, on my left, Frank Dont. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Salford, Paul Mitchell. And your referee, Anglo-French, Mr. Emile Poyle.
And so to the second bout, arranged by Wrighton Promotions for Joint Promotions, featuring the participants from member countries of the European Community. Paul Mitchell from Salford, Lancashire, 13-7, takes on Frank Dont from Antwerp, Belgium, at 14-2, just inside the light heavyweight limit. 8 5-minute rounds, 2 falls to decide.
Seconds away, round 1.
And it's Paul Mitchell, the Englishman this time, in the leotard. Referee Emile Poilve, Anglo-Italian, brought in for this tournament here this afternoon to square it up a bit on the third man in the ring.
One, two, three.
Frank Dont from Belgium can't be too used to the British freestyle rules, though he has, of course, fought many Britons over there, although it's his first visit to England. Yes, it was neat. And Paul Mitchell grins a little bit surprised by the ease that his opponent got out of there. Oh, thinking of submissions, or a nice back roll, beautiful back roll into an arm lock by Dont. And remember, in the situation, Great Britain versus the other members of the EEC, I should say. The Frenchman Ricard has put them 1-up against Britain at the moment, with his win over John Naylor by a knockout, Naylor failing to beat the count. So it's up to Paul Mitchell to square things a bit. But he's going to have a job on this. Frank Dont is a powerful looking boy, and a cross press to Dont. And the Belgian hesitated a bit long then. Allowed Mitchell to walk in on a leg grab. his own time, more or less. Step over toe hold, Mitchell. Left the toe, put the bar through. There's the figure four leg lock with bar. Neatly out by Dont there. Tough hole to get out of, that figure four leg lock. He's got that folded leg pretty firmly. Each time Mitchell tries for a counter hold, Dont lays it on a little harder. Less than a minute. Toe and ankle, and the turn didn't come. The spin out didn't arrive. Mitchell meant it, but didn't time it right. The toe and ankle again. Mitchell tried it again, but Dont let it go very gently through his arms, and is still holding it. Half a minute. Far-reaching referee's hold they came together with then. Both of them are trying to grab it, and it's Dont who wins it, but he's only got about 5 seconds to go. Well, this boy, Frank Dont from Antwerp, 14 stone 2, his first time in England. He's been a full-time professional wrestler since 1969 only. And this is his first television appearance ever, because in Belgium they seldom have televised wrestling. In France, of course, they do, and in Spain and Germany, but not in Belgium so often.
Seconds away, round 2.
Round 2, 7 rounds to go, and no score in this 8-round contest. 2 falls to decide. Paul Mitchell for Great Britain versus Frank Dont for Belgium. And a figure four leg lock to Mitchell. But he's a great counter mover, this Belgian. And not a bad attacker either, into a figure four leg lock again. And Mitchell's going to have trouble here. Yes, timed well.
3, 4. 2.
But Dont got the feet down first. Drop kick to the arm.
2, 3.
And a lovely crutch hold and slam to Dont, and the reverse double knee hold too far off, but he's still going to get it. He's got it. And the good-looking boy from Belgium there gets the first fall over Paul Mitchell, Martin Conroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 22 seconds of round 2, the first fall goes to Frank Dont.
And very neatly done, and Paul Mitchell coming over to congratulate him on that first fall, but there's still 6 rounds to go. Let's see what happens, because in a few seconds they'll have to come out for round 3.
Seconds away, Round 3.
Remember, Mitchell for Britain in the leotard, trailing by that one fall Dont just scored in the second. And again, the double interlock with Dont in charge.
One, two.
Nice turn. This boy Dont is really going to give some trouble to Mitchell here this afternoon. Look at that counter. Full Nelson Mitchell. Turned nicely into a head mare. Followed down a bit slow, but he got a second chance at it, and Dont managed to complete the somersault before he got there. A bit risky, could have broken his neck there, but he got away with it. Again, this referee's hold. Really lean, holding the balance back, lean towards each other with the referee's hold. Armlever held by his left leg. Mitchell goes into the head. Both arms free. Still Dont going to counter this. Yes, he's nearly out. And he's out. And there's the counter move of a backhammer. I'm surprised that the Belgian didn't get a bit of applause for that tremendous counter move of his from this usually very appreciative audience here at Solihull. And if I'm not pronouncing it your way, your town, I'm very, very sorry. Half the people told me to say Solihull and the others told me to say Solihull, so I don't know which is right. Nice whip, double-handed, nicely.
3, 4.
2 minutes to go in the third, and Dont still proving that he's quicker on the attack. Toe and ankle now, Dont, but spun out that time and he couldn't hold it.
3.
And a grapevine, inverted grapevine there to Mitchell. Neat. As for the other leg, figure 4. And a side surfboard. But Dont had his arm on the rope, but sportingly let go of it. Backbreaker just about there, but the head preventing too much pressure on it. Surprising finish to that move with a minute to go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Left knee caught it then. And the follow down, a little bit far over.
1.
So far, a very sporting bout, as you see there. Under half a minute to go in the third. Dont still leading. Single interlock, Dont getting the advantage from it at the moment. 8 seconds. Dont won't go when Mitchell wants him to come forward. He just won't go. On the bell now. Well, Paul Mitchell over on the left there, from Salford, Lancashire, 13.5 stone, turned pro 1967, just 2 years more experience than his opponent here this afternoon. No amateur experience at all. Trained by another famous wrestler, Ken Cadman. Not really interested in any other sport, but wrestling has been his life. Physical culture, athletics keeps him pretty fit as well.
Seconds away, round 4.
Round 4, 5 rounds to go. And still Frank Dont from Belgium in the trunks. They're in the full Nelson, leading Paul Mitchell by 1 Foldenel. Referee Emile Poilve not finding this contest too much problem up to now. And Mitchell trying a cross press. Taken over in a reverse leg Nelson, and it's held the arms beautifully to the feet. Perfectly, he must hold it, must hold it. For the moment I thought he'd missed it, but he had a second chance, got it, and that's the equalizer to Mitchell in round 4. 1 each now.
Ladies and gentlemen, 52 seconds of round 4, and the second and equalising fall goes to Paul Mitchell.
And Paul Mitchell, you see that nasty-looking injury on his bridge of his nose there. He did that a week or so ago by coming over the top rope of a ring during a bout and landing nose first onto the apron of the ring. So let's hope that doesn't open, because it's bound to bleed profusely if it does.
Seconds away, round 5.
4 rounds to go. 1 fall each. Dont, Belgium, versus Mitchell, Great Britain. Dont in the trunks there on the left. Belgian persisted with that back hammer. See what he can make of it. Great arm roll by Dont.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Didn't take a flyer as one expected him to, just went with a body check. Dont quite surprised at that, not used to that style at all, coming straight at him on the body check. Who knows, maybe that isn't allowed in Belgian style.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A little too early, just a wee bit too early. The butt.
1, 2.
The butt, but he took Mitchell over while he was delivering the butt.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Again, Dont using his arm, and Mitchell going over the top with a double leg Nelson, but Dont waiting for it, going for the folding press, and he's got those arms of Mitchell, and Mitchell in trouble here, and Dont's made it 2-0 to the continent. So Great Britain in trouble now, 2 down. Ricard for France and Dont of Belgium have both won their bouts against Great Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 57 seconds of round 5, the third and winning fall goes to Frank Dunn. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation for a good sporting loser in Paul Mitchell.